Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to ItsKim Live. If you have not seen this show before, hi, I'm ItsKim. I'm a pop culture commentator, and I talk about things that people are talking about in the public eye. Right now, we've been going through a lot of Diddy stuff, Jay-Z stuff. It ends with us drama, all that kind of thing. And wow, do we have some updates today? I'm excited to get into them with you all. If you've never seen the show before, here's the way that it normally works. First, we start with the main topic. That's what's in the thumbnail. That's what's in the headline. All those, like the title of the video, why you clicked on it probably. Then we have a halftime where I communicate with my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community of space angels who are all coming in. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Much love to you all. And then we have a section towards the end called What the What, which is where we look at something from around the internet that is interesting, crazy, wild, all that good stuff. I haven't seen it. It is made courtesy of my co-pilot and partner in crime, producer sister, who is here with me.
Hello.
So I will be reacting to that with you authentically together. I have no idea what's coming, so I'm excited for today. I do want to apologize that we did not have a stream yesterday or Monday. It's been really crazy. For those of you that don't know, I also work over on Popcorned Planet, and we've got a lot going on right now behind the scenes to do with documentaries and all that good stuff. So I've been trying to take care of that stuff and also taking care of myself. I do want to say right off the bat, thank you so much to General Scott. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the PayPals you sent me. Thank you so much, as always, for all of you guys and your support. I do want to say something because I have received some private messages, some comments, and I am going to say this now, and I hope that we can all be adults about it and respectful about it. I have never hid from anyone on the internet that I am Canadian, and I love my country. What is happening right now is breaking my heart. I'm incredibly frustrated, and I'm angry, and I'm sad. I don't want to talk about this on an ongoing basis, and I never want to make this place political, ever. Because one of the things that I hate so much about politics is the division that it causes. So I have a few things quickly I want to say, and then we're going to move on to the show, and we're going to keep going. And the first is that I echo the statements of my Prime Minister that we as Canadians love the American people. We always have. We have fought and died beside you. We don't want this. We didn't ask for this. We are doing our best. But it's becoming very clear that there's a lot more in the subtext, which is heart-wrenching. So, again, as I said, I echo the sentiment of my Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We don't want this. And I send my love to all Canadians and all Americans. And I hope that we can get through this. We are not your enemy. And I hope that we can continue to keep this a place where people can come and feel accepted and feel wanted. And I hope that this audience, that you guys do not hate me because of my citizenship, and know that I love you guys. And with that, we're going to go on with the show. All right. Thank you guys. Alrighty. Well, let's get on to the main topics. Let's go through it. Let's go to pop culture, because pop culture is very much, one of the things I do want to say right off the bat, getting into the pop culture mindset and trying to put my emotions, to the side right now. Something that I love so much about pop culture is I hear people say that dumb people like following pop culture. That it's like if you follow pop culture, then on average your IQ is lower or blah, blah, blah. But what I would argue strongly is that pop culture heavily influences culture. Now, why is that important? And it's important because our culture influences our legislation, our government, and everything beyond, quite bluntly. One of the things I loved so much about the what I like to call almost the social experiment at points of what happened in the aftermath of Gabby Petito was there was a lot of discussion like while the parents were suing each other, there was all that stuff going on, and the question was, is what the Laundries, what Gabby Petito's murderer did to his parents, was it outrageous? Was a key question that their lawsuit could continue if the public, if our society believed that their behavior was outrageous. And this was actually kind of a conversation, and I had a debate with Uncivil Law with Kurt about this, where I said, absolutely, I believe that our culture would believe that it is outrageous. Look at the way that our culture reacted to her disappearance, right? Like it was crazy. The manhunt for Brian Laundrie, it was massive. And we kind of had a bit of a disagreement on that. And it did come back that yes, the judge agreed that our culture would find what happened to be outrageous. And that is why the court case continued. The way that we view things as a culture matters. So with pop culture law, that's kind of where I come, like that is the perspective that I come at pop culture with, and I hope that that makes sense, and I think that it is relevant for every case we are going to be looking at today. So, what am I talking about? Well, we've got what's going on with Taylor Swift and Lively versus Wayfarer. As well, I have an update about Wayfarer versus the New York Times, which I guess is technically the Lively parties now. All the cases have been amalgamated and it's all complicated and weird. But basically, what's happening with Justin Baldoni versus the media, which I think is very relevant. And then also Jay-Z, which of course, right before I went live, there was a bit of an update that kind of came out that we have some new documents. Guys, this is not good. It's not good for the Jane Doe, and I'm not going to bury the lead on that. It's pretty awful. So let's go through it. Let's get into the story state. Let's get into pop culture. All that good stuff. This stream will include speculation and opinion and should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research. Links to the sources are in the description. And hi, YouTube reviewer. We've tried to ensure that this video is appropriate according to our community guidelines. We care about this platform and we'd like to stay on it, so we've done our best. And viewers, please do not send hate to anyone, famous or not. It is not cute. We are entitled to our opinions, but do not do anything that would cause harm to people. I do not support hate in any form. And all individuals mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay, so what's going on with Jay-Z? Well, on Monday, this happened. Jay-Z filed a defamation lawsuit against the Jane Doe. Yeah. So we had heard last week that there had basically that the case with the Jane Doe had been dropped. It had been dismissed with prejudice, meaning that it could not be filed again, and it was over. But Jay-Z has clearly had enough and is fighting back. And quite bluntly, as much as I do not believe that Jay-Z is a completely innocent person, when it comes to this case, he very well may not be guilty of it. And I want to be clear about this because this is something that kind of drives me nuts. I know a lot of people, and I'm going to go full screw for this. I know a lot of people do not like Jay-Z. I know there's a lot of people that think that stuff has gone down with him. I understand that. I do. I have trouble believing that he is completely innocent when he has worked with R. Kelly for the amount of time that he has. Just gonna put that there. We've also heard other things, but here's the problem. I like to say it this way. If you have someone who robs a bank, okay, let's say they rob a Wells Fargo, and then they get accused of robbing a TD. Just because something might have happened with Wells Fargo does not mean that they're guilty of a bank robbery on the TD. Now, I'm not saying that Jay-Z is guilty of anything, because I have no proof to say that, and clearly he is fighting to clear his name of something that he is saying he never did. And the more evidence that we are seeing here, he has a very compelling argument. So let's get up to speed here and see what's going on. So music mogul Jay-Z has filed a defamation lawsuit against an anonymous woman who earlier accused him of R when she was 13, alleging that she was banking on false and malicious claims for financial gain. The lawsuit filed on Monday in federal court in the Southern District of Alabama. New district. Now we got to learn about Alabama. Fantastic. Where the woman, identified only as Jane Doe, lives, also accuses her and her attorneys of accuses her and her attorneys of extortion and being soullessly motivated by greed. Jay-Z, whose legal name is Sean Carter, claims the allegations against him were malevolent efforts to assassinate the impeccable and lifetime earned character of his personal and professional life. And meanwhile, Carter's lawsuit claims that Doe voluntarily admitted directly to his representative that no A occurred and accuses her lawyer, Tony Busby, of coercing her into pursuing the allegations to extract a substantial financial settlement. In addition to the defamation claim against the woman, Carter accuses her and her attorneys of malicious prosecution, abuse of the process, and civil conspiracy. It's not good. It's not good. Busby told CNN the Alabama filing has no legal merit, and Doe continues to stand by her allegations. He also accused Carter's investigators of trying to discredit Doe, claiming they were caught on tape offering to pay people to sue me and my firm. Busby further alleged the quotes attributed to Doe in Carter's lawsuit were either fabricated or came from someone impersonating her, calling the filing another attempt to intimidate and bully this poor woman. Now, here's my problem. I'm just going to be real about this for a minute. One of the things that I said when all of this went down was that I felt that Busby had failed the Jane Doe as an attorney, because he had, by letting this interview with NBC happen and not properly vetting her story, he opened her up to tremendous risk. Having a moment here where I'm saying I was right, okay? Because I had people that told me that was a wild take. Well, here we are with the defamation lawsuit. Here we are with all of that. It's a mess. She is in big trouble. And they're saying, that she was being impersonated, which to me sounds like, is seriously the defense at this point Shaggy? Wasn't me. Like, are you serious with me right now? Producer sister, Are you hearing me? I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
Come on. Busby. And you've got how many other clients that are going up against Diddy right now? Like, this is a disaster. This is so bad. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's not. I can't. But here's the thing.
We have always said we will hear both sides. And that's what this is.
So, Megan Cuniff, credit to her, on X. I'm just going to pull this over here. We got some documents. And Jay-Z's lawyers want to depose the woman who accused him of R, and they filed a declaration from an investigator who spoke with her. You guys, this is bad. It's easier to see it if I do it like this. Okay, we'll do it this way. So the investigator has claimed in legal documents that Jane Doe stated that Mr. Carter did not SA her. Jane Doe stated that she originally told Mr. Busby that she had been R'd by Sean Combs, and a world-renowned female celebrity was also present, and that Mr. Busby suggested that she claim Mr. Carter was another artist. Jane Doe stated that Busby brought Jay-Z into it. And he was the one that kind of pushed me towards going forward with him, with Jay-Z. These are quotes. Jane Doe said that Mr. Busby asked her if Miss Carter had been at the party. Ms. Doe told Mr. Busby that Mr. Carter was at the party, and she told me that. Oh, sorry, not Miss Carter. I misread. It's all Mr. No Miss Carter. Leave Beyonce out of this. Had been at the party. Ms. Doe told Mr. Busby that Mr. Carter was at the party, but she told me that Mr. Carter did not take part in any essay of Ms. Doe. Jane Doe confirmed the following regarding Mr. Carter during our interview. Jay-Z had nothing to do with this, correct? Right. Other than that he was at the party you were at. So I mean, he did not A you? No. He was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with the essay towards you. Yeah. Jane Doe said to me that the lawyers at Mr. Busby's law firm told her that if she pursued Mr. Carter, she would get a payout. Ms. Doe said to me shortly before Mr. Busby dismissed the lawsuit against Mr. Carter, Mr. Busby told Ms. Doe that Mr. Carter was threatening to unalive her. This is really bad, guys. Because the thing is, I'm guessing if there's like quotes like this, potentially there's something on tape, at least audio recorded. I don't know, but my goodness, guys, there are so many pages. So many pages. And it does appear that she has some other health issues, mental health issues that I'm not going to get into. But yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. So I'm going to give you guys a minute to kind of like react to this, because I know for me, I kind of had a moment that I was just like, I couldn't believe how bad the quotes got. And the thing is, if you file that in a court of law, you're standing on it as fact. And I cannot see Alex Spiro, for example, filing something like this, knowing that it could be disproven. And if that is the case, Jay-Z is probably right pursuing this lawsuit. And that really hurts, because I am someone that wants to believe victims. I do. Because it is far more likely that someone is telling the truth than lying. But this has been sus from the very beginning, and it really pisses me off. It pisses me off. As a CSA survivor myself, it pisses me off to a level I can't even explain. Because this is why people don't believe us. Because of crap like this. So, I guess we will see where this goes. But that's where we're at with Jay-Z. And I'm going to continue following this if you guys want me to. I think I'm actually going to ask in a poll if you guys want me to continue following Jay-Z. You to follow Jay-Z. And I also ask this because we are moving more closer every day to the Diddy trial in the Southern District of New York, his federal trial. And we also have had producer sister offhand, like, how many cases do you think have been filed against Diddy? Like, I know that, like, recently, the last count I had heard was that there were currently 70 civil suits, but I know we had a bunch more filed this week. Or last week.
Let me check, because Diddy Docket has a listing, like they have a spreadsheet going.
All the respect to Diddy Docket, for real. Like, all hail. Oh my gosh.
I think the last one he said was, he or she, I'm not sure, was 72, but that was it like last week. So
yeah,
it's probably higher by now.
So yeah, there's a lot. But I do think it is important when I cover these stories and I'm trying to elevate victims, there is a possibility in this case, and it's looking stronger by the day, that the victim in this situation is unfortunately Jay-Z. I will keep as I always do with every case, to the chagrin of many people who watch me, I'm going to keep an open mind and I will listen to evidence as it is presented. But for now, not good. Not good. So, it looks like you guys are kind of more, the majority of you want me to follow it. I'll keep my eye on it. Okay? You guys let me know. But let's get into the other news that's going on. Actually, before we move on, producer sister, do you have any thoughts you want to add to the
No,
Jay-Z thing?
I think you pretty much summed it up. What I was thinking of, just we knew this was really messy.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. I'm not overly surprised that we've gotten to this point. I'm surprised of that much evidence, like quoting.
Yeah.
Because I do agree. I kind of think back to how Spyro went through on the last day of the Baldwin trial.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew all these quotes he was having, and it's like, oh, you have receipts. You could just kind of tell by the way he was presenting it all that...
I remember a few specific quotes from that final hearing of when both Andy and I lost our mind. That
just, you knew he's got receipts in his back pocket. There is not a chance in the world he would be making this stuff up, because it was so crazy.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen of him as an attorney, I doubt he would make up this much quoting and not have anything to back it up.
Well, it would look very bad.
Yes.
Very, very bad for them if they did that.
And just with his reputation as an attorney, I doubt it.
Yeah. Before we move on to this topic, I do want to say thank you so much to Tammy for the super sticker you've sent in of the little unicorn. We love it. We love the unicorns. It's very sweet of you. And again, thank you so much to General Scott for the 5 gifted memberships. That reminds me, it's the first of the month?
First week of the month.
First week of the month? Okay. Does anybody want some free memberships? Because I can make that happen. I can make that happen today. So what I will say is, if you want a membership, you have to allow gifts on your account. I cannot do that for you, and the memberships go out at random. I don't get to pick who gets them. But if you do not have gifts, like allow gifts on in your account, you have a 0% chance of getting a free membership. So I think, Katie, don't you have like a thing that you post sometimes?
Katie has it, and I can grab it quickly too.
Okay, so if you guys, we're going to post that. So if you're unaware of how to do that, there will be some instructions that you can go in and do that yourself. Again, I can't do it for you. Mods can't do it for you. You have to do it.
Katie just put it in the chat.
Thank you, Katie. So you'll have to do that on your own. So what I'll do then is, we've got 2 stories essentially with the It Ends With Us drama. So we'll go through the first one, then I'll gift. So you've got a few minutes to get that all together, if that's something that you want to do. And again, also, if you allow gifts, that also makes you eligible for, if any generous space angel or viewer wants to gift memberships, you would then be eligible for them as well. So just so you guys are aware, because I see people say all the time, like, Katie, I just saw you did. Thank you. Thank you. There is a bit of a time delay, so I do apologize. Thank you so much. So it's basically, if you want one, you have to allow it. And that's a long-winded way of saying that. Alrighty. Let's go on to the next one. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has now more so entered the chat with It Ends With Us than she already did. We have an article from the Daily Mail saying that there is a sensational new twist as Taylor Swift will be subpoenaed. We've had rumors that it would happen. The answer is now it's happening. It's happening. So, and she will be questioned under oath, insiders reveal. So let's go through this, because the thing is, what kind of shocked me about this article was that Taylor Swift is one person who is mentioned in this article. There's other people, and they are important pieces to this. So, in an embarrassing new blow for Blake Lively, Taylor Swift will be subpoenaed. questioned under oath as part of the ongoing Lively versus Justin Baldoni lawsuit battle, according to a source close to the legal action. The superstar singer, 35, has been friends with Lively for over a decade and was mentioned in legal filings by both sides in an increasingly bitter dispute sparked during the making of last summer's box office hit It Ends With Us. The same source confirms that the first group of potential witnesses which Baldoni's team want to hear from have been contacted and are due to give evidence as on an as yet unscheduled date, with more depositions to come. Those potential witnesses are understood to be Swift, It Ends With Us co-stars Jenny Slate, Isabella Ferrer, senior staff at talent agency WME, and executives at Sony. Yeah, yeah. So, if she is deposed, Swift could be sworn in to answer questions under oath. Her answers will be recorded by a court reporter. This is certainly an awkward turn of events for Lively, the 37-year-old actress who made her name in the TV series Gossip Girl treasures her high-profile friendship with Swift and is thought to regret the star being unwillingly dragged into the drama. Swift is a godmother to Lively and husband Ryan Reynolds' daughters, James Inez and Betty. This is weird. I keep hearing that. Why is she not the godmother for all 4 of the children?
I don't know.
Just the 3. Just the 3.
Can I also just the line treasures her high profile friendship is really like unsettling.
It's yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. That just ew.
Yeah.
I don't like that sentence.
I hear you. And I will say when it comes okay, we'll finish going through the Taylor stuff and then we'll keep going. All right, Lise. Ever since Lively filed her bombshell complaint against her co-star and director Baldoni, alleging SH in December last year, Swift has not been seen with Lively, sparking reports they may have fallen out. Lively notably wasn't at the Super Bowl last month to support her pal's tight end boyfriend Travis Kelce, despite appearing in Swift's box in 2024. As well, she also invited Ice Spice to sit with her, who was there last year. So that was awkward. That was very awkward. And the fallout from this saga is going to also reach the king of Hollywood, A-lister broker and super agent Ari Emanuel, boss of the talent agency WME. Oh my gosh! He will be asked to answer questions in the same circumstances as Swift about why his agency dropped Baldoni last December and whether this was at the say-so of their clients, Lively and or her husband Reynolds. Our source close to the legal action says Baldoni claims in his lawsuit that he believes Reynolds pressured his agent at last year's Deadpool and Wolverine premiere to drop him from WME. The agency said in a statement in January this was not true. The statement ran in Baldoni's filing. There is a claim that Reynolds pressured, or Reynolds, I keep saying Reynolds.
I don't know why.
Because I'm thinking about Reynolds phenomenon. I'm sorry. Pressured Baldoni's agent at the Deadpool Wolverine premiere. This is not true. Baldoni's former representative was not at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, nor was there any pressure from Reynolds or Lively at any time to drop Baldoni as a client. On February 13th, Emmanuel said during the Freakonomics radio show podcast in Los Angeles that Lively was his ride or die, according to the Hollywood Reporter, and added, "It's an effed up bad situation with what Baldoni, whatever his name, is doing." Also, fun part about that, in case you guys didn't see it, magically,
just happened.
I know it's kind of. It kind of reminds me a bit of Jeffy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, obviously, much lower level. Like, I'm not trying to say that apples to oranges here. Okay,
much lower stakes.
Much lower stakes. But just that this massive event from an organization it's a podcast. They record things. That's what they do. The core part of their job. Magically, this one time when Ari Emanuel is sitting down and talking about this legal issue
at a live event,
the audio is gone. Well, apparently there was a reporter who was there who recorded it on their iPhone or their phone. I don't know if it was an iPhone, but whatever. And yeah, we do have the audio. It's not the greatest, but we do have it. And I will say, I think for a jury, that's going to be quite compelling. So I find that all to be very, very convenient. That's just saying, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so he's gonna end up in court, so that's fun. Emmanuel added that he had fired Baldoni from WME and went on, "It's not really fair. I've known Ryan and Blake for over a decade. They're really incredible people. In Hollywood, they've been incredibly successful. People work with them, and they've never had any mojo out there or treated people badly. And I'm sorry, I am gonna say this now because it's been really pissing me off every time I heard it. Do you think that them getting married on a plantation was good mojo?
Good PR.
That nobody had a problem with that. That nobody had an issue with that. Nobody had an issue with any of that racial stuff, because I'm really tired of that getting, brushed under the rug here. It's so,
It's normal.
It's so normal. It's so normal. I also really want to talk about the fact that Blake Lively's PR person is Leslie Sloan, who has now said under oath that Harvey Weinstein had nothing to do with, her firm, except the Hollywood Reporter confirmed it, and there was a quote, I believe, from Harvey Weinstein about it. I will make sure that that is correct. But from my recollection, that did happen. So, heaven forbid Justin Baldoni hire Melissa Nathan, who happened to be working for another PR company during the Johnny Depp trial. People keep saying that it was Melissa Nathan's company. Her company hadn't even launched. It wasn't existed. She was working for one of the largest PR companies in the country. And she was assigned to Depp. Okay? She did her job. She did her thing. But it is apparently so much worse that this woman defended Johnny in PR, which I don't know about you, but I just remember negative PR about him constantly going all through the trial. But whatever. So that is the thing that is not okay. But Leslie and Harvey, that's fine. That's fine. And then this week, we found out that there is a certain ex-CIA person who is now the crisis PR for Blake Lively that was involved with what's called the Black Box team at Airbnb that apparently, paid off victims. And they had to handle, human remains. But yeah, the Depp effect, everyone. That's the bad thing. That's the worst thing. And clearly, with all of that, they've never had any bad mojo. There's never been any negative press. There's never been a problem. And believe me, this hurts. I don't want Ryan Reynolds to be a bad person. I don't want Blake Lively to be a bad person. I was actually really bummed when all this went down, because I remember this adorable speech that Blake Lively made about Ryan and their family, and it was so super cute. And it came off as very genuine to me. And I was like, oh, it's nice to see a loving family in Hollywood, I didn't want it to be this. I didn't sign up because I hate them. I have no hate for them in my body. But oh my gosh, pretending like the two of them have just had no negative mojo is ridiculous. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. Every single one of us. Seriously. He without sin, right? I'm sorry. It's so dumb. And then he goes right into they are charitable. Ooh. We help them with their foundation. They've given tons of money away. Just because you've given money away does not mean that you are a good person. There are tons of good people that don't have the money to give away. Okay? It's I'm happy that you're doing that. I genuinely am. That, it is a nice thing to do. But oh my gosh. Your charity does not erase the fact that you got married on a plantation. And I don't think that should be a controversial statement, but that's just me. That's just me. Producer sister, You have anything you want to add to that?
The muffins.
Oh, the racist. You know what? I am in some ways, I am thankful that my reaction to finding out about that for the first time is online, because I lost my ability to can. I had zero chill left in my body. I was done. Awful. Awful. Another powerful executive who can expect to be deposed is Sony's Ange Giannetti, a top producer and a source close to the legal action says. In her complaint, Lively claims she called her to complain that she felt SH'd on set. Um, all that stuff. Sony sources at Sony, the film's distributor, say that the call was actually a complaint over Rona protocols, as Lively had contracted the virus at the time. And that's a sentence I feel like people aren't talking about enough. So I'm sorry. Does that mean that Blake potentially lied again in her amended complaint?
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Stop lying! I feel like the guy from the meme. Why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh! Stop! Like, again, I don't know. It's all going to come out in depositions. It's all going to come out in court. But I'm so tired. I am so tired. Lively's legal team announced at the beginning of March that they are working with Crisis PR Nick Shapiro. Hi, Black Box. It is not clear when he joined the actress's team, but has worked with Matthew Feldman, chair of the law firm representing her for many years. Both men were senior aides to the Obama administration. Feldman was the chief legal advisor. Shapiro was a national security spokesperson during the pandemic. Earlier this year, Baldoni's lawyer published a website, The Lawsuit Info, which contained his 224-page complaint and an additional 168-page data dump detailing events stretching from Baldoni's first interaction with Colleen Hoover, the author of the best-selling book. And Baldoni and Lively's lawsuits are due to come to trial in March of 2026. And again, with this website thing, I would again like to direct you all to the description of this video, where there is a link to Court Listener, which is a public website that carries public documents from this public interest matter. You don't need thelawsuitinfo.com to see what's going on in this case. You have Court Listener, and if you really, really want to, you can get Pacer. You can apply for Pacer and get the legal docs yourself. I understand why they did the website, but everybody talking like it was this like monumentally crazy thing, when I'm just like, okay, seriously, like the documents are so accessible, I can't even. And all it would take would be for one person to download them and put them on Twitter, and off it would go. I don't see the difference, but that's just me. Ridiculous. So that's what's going on, and we will see what happens to do with Taylor Swift, with everybody else. I mean, ultimately, I think we will see what all comes out. I think that it is speaking volumes that Taylor has not said anything at this point, although she is very private and she has every right to be. I will say too, and I may tick some of you off by saying this, but I hope that you'll hear me out. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that Blake Lively at this time is not a reliable narrator. I just want to put that out there. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Whatever Blake Lively says, do you believe at this time? I'm waiting to see the chat. I want to see the reaction here. I want to see where you guys are at with this, because I don't know about you, but I'll put my own 1 in the chat. I don't believe her at this point. I just can't. I can't, because of the evidence that I've seen and the inconsistencies. By the same token, I have seen a lot of people making many assumptions when it comes to Taylor Swift. And those assumptions are based on what Blake Lively has said, in part. And yes, some of it comes from Justin's lawsuits, but where is that information coming from? It's coming from Blake. The text messages claiming the dragons, that's Blake talking. Or Ryan, I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's not Taylor. We have yet to hear directly from Taylor her side of this story. And until I do, I am not judging her. And I think people that really don't like her for whatever reason, and I don't care what the reason is, it's kind of the same thing as I was talking about with Jay-Z before. Jay-Z may not be innocent in everything, but he could very well be innocent in this specific situation. You can have issues with Taylor Swift. You can. That's your right. You're allowed to not like her. But we don't know. We don't know what happened, truly. And honestly, there is a part of me, as someone who has followed Taylor Swift's career for over a decade at this point and has seen the way that she has handled things in the public eye, as well as her relationships with other people. I don't think she wants to steal anybody else's project. I really don't. And I don't think she likes her name being wielded as a sword. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But we have seen Blake take things out of context. We have seen all of these things. So I am not judging Miss Swift until we hear directly from her. And honestly, I think it was really crummy of Blake to do what she did here with threatening Justin essentially with her. It's really sad. It's really sad. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a lot of people right now that just believe that Taylor Swift is the devil. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, interesting how you choose to believe what Blake says in that situation, but not in others. Check the bias. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I know that I have a bit of a bias because I'm a Swiftie. Not going to lie to you guys. I got a Taylor Swift tattoo behind my ear. Like I can't pretend I'm not. But I think we need to keep an open mind when it comes to Taylor. And no hate to her at all, because this sucks. This sucks. Alrighty, so we are at the halfway point of the It Ends With Us story, so I'm going to go ahead and send out the memberships. Do. Alrighty. And I know I need to catch up because I've seen some support come in. You guys have been, oh my goodness, thank you. Gosh. It's always that moment when like I go to the tab where I see what you guys have sent in, and then it's like I have to scroll, and that's always like, thank you so much. So thank you very much to Kat, who's been a member for 7 months. Please hit that like. Please do that. Please sub, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Miga Nala gifted a membership. Thank you so much. I love the stitch in your DP. That's adorable. King Bob gifted a membership. Thank you very much. Carbonized Stardust has been a member for 18 months. Thank you so much. Each like equals a new maple tree. Save the trees. Save the trees. I'm with you there. Gunner Girl sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. You're the best, Kim. I love your energy, my friend. You rock. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you. Subi Sue sent in a super chat. My goodness, it's very generous of you. Saying, my son said that I love Ryan and I don't believe her. All right. Okay. All right. Hi to your son. And thank you so much for sending that in. I appreciate it. And then the 5 gifted memberships that I just sent out. So, producer sister, would you be able to tell me how many memberships we've had?
We are at 12.
We are at 12 memberships. Thank you so much, everybody. That is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to continue. And again, if you want to send something in, I will thank you at the end of the next story because my 84K is in full effect right now. Full effect. It's just crazy. Just going to throw some. I gotta tell you right now, the weather changes where I am. My goodness, my skin is so dry. My lips are so dry. So I apologize for any gratuitous amounts of lip balm and stuff I'm putting on right now. Ugh. And General Scott, thank you for the gifted membership. That brings us to 13. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Just checking here. You guys are adorable. Jane just said, awesome. I get that if you're a Swiftie. I mean, quite bluntly, I've actually shared this. If you are a space angel, I did talk about this a little bit, the little tattoo I have behind my ear. It is the folklore font and it says 7. And I will say, if you think that all Taylor Swift music sounds the same, I would encourage you to listen to 7 by Taylor Swift. I'm not at liberty to fully explain in public why that song means a lot to me, but if you listen to the second verse, it may give you a hint. The person I love from the moon into Saturn is actually the person who tattooed it on me. She is an artist and I adore her, and definitely a story in my life of love and overcoming. So yeah, yeah. I can't really get into it. I wish I could, but it's a story, and I do talk about it a little bit in one of my members only videos. So, um, but I do want to respect my friend's privacy as well. Susan, thank you so much for the PayPal you just sent me. That is incredibly generous of you. I appreciate that. My goodness. And thank you for the comment as well. She said, love you and sis so much. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Okay, let's keep going. Alrighty. Boom, boom. Justin Baldoni. Well, guys, I do have to report on the Justin Baldoni front. I know there's a lot of people here who are Team Justin Baldoni. Unfortunately, he did have a bit of a loss here. Um, and I will explain it. I'll explain what's going on because it's not like a devastating, it's the end of the world or anything else, but it does need to be discussed. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is a great thing for him because it's not. So Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against the New York Times has been paused by the judge. So let's explain this. The judge has granted a pause to Justin Baldoni's $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times. Judge Judge Lyman granted the New York Times request to stay discovery on Tuesday, March the 4th. So this was yesterday. According to documents, during this period, the judge will review the newspaper's motion to be dismissed from the lawsuit. So basically, the New York Times has filed a motion to dismiss. It is long. There's a lot. There's a lot there. And Justin's team put forth a letter asking for discovery to continue. And that got rejected, essentially. So part of the reason why was, as the judge wrote in the documents, the Wayfarer parties are unlikely to be unfairly prejudiced by a stay or a pause of the lawsuit while the court decides the pending motion, the federal judge wrote of Baldoni and everybody else. The New York Times did not delay filing its motion. It filed the motion within 21 days of being served. The court intends to address this motion to dismiss promptly after it is fully submitted. To the extent that the Wayfarer parties are concerned about the delay, they have it within their power to accelerate their contemplated further amended complaint or their opposition to the motion to dismiss. The Wayfarer parties themselves suggest that discovery from the New York Times is unlikely to be voluminous. So part of what Wayfarer parties really wanted the discovery, the judge is saying, well, I'm kind of debating on dismissing this case. And the reality is we've known that that is a very real possibility. Any type of lawsuit against a media outlet like this, the New York Times, is incredibly difficult to win. Incredibly difficult. And I have seen many people hypothesize that the main reason why Justin has filed this lawsuit is to get the discovery from Megan Twohey, to see what happened behind the scenes, what the timeline was as far as this expose piece. That is a theory, that is speculation. I cannot confirm that 100%, but that is something that I have seen discussed on many occasions. But what's happening here is, because the judge is saying, I'm not sure if I'm going to dismiss this or not, but a lot of that is going to be dependent on whether or not the Wayfarer parties choose to put an amended lawsuit forward. So the same as we've seen him do an amended lawsuit with Blake, and we saw Blake do an amended lawsuit to him, Justin and team may be putting out an amended lawsuit to the New York Times. Now, I think that that would be wise because I think most of us who have followed this case are aware that there have been a number of things that have been revealed over the last couple of weeks, month or so, when it comes to the New York Times and metadata and all that type of stuff that could potentially be relevant to this going to trial. So basically the judge is saying, I'm not deciding nothing. Basically, at this time, I need to look through everything. Justin and team, you guys need to bring forth your amended lawsuit or, your own motion to dismiss opposition. But in the meantime, until that happens, I'm not moving forward with discovery, especially since it doesn't look like there's going to be a massive amount of it. So I put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. That's kind of how I have interpreted this. And I'm not a legal expert, to be clear, but this is what I have interpreted through reading through the documents and reading reports. So following the judge's decision, the spokesperson for the New York Times addressed the paper's small legal victory, saying, we appreciate the court's decision today, which recognizes an important First Amendment values at stake here. A New York Times spokesperson said, In a statement to Us Weekly on Tuesday, the court has stopped Mr. Baldoni from burdening the Times with discovery requests in a case that never should have been brought. And I have not seen a statement yet from Justin's side regarding this. So that's kind of where we are on that front. This one is an uphill battle, and it's going to be an uphill battle the whole way. But I think it is an important one. And ultimately, one of the biggest things that I have seen, and I think any of you guys that followed the... Oh, I think I messed up there. Okay. No, okay, that's not relevant. Okay, sorry about that. I think basically now there is the question about malice, which if you guys remember anything about the Depp trial, malice is a very difficult thing to prove. All those types of questions. We're going to see how this goes, but Baldoni's team essentially now needs to move. And that's why I said it's a loss for Baldoni, but it's not like the world is over and everything's done. And I've seen some like pro Blake Lively stuff being like, there we go, he lost. And I'm like, okay. How many times have you guys had your, Blake's, request to the judge be denied? Because that's happened a few times. But anyway, we will see how things go. I will keep watching this, but that is essentially our pop culture stories today. We got to the end of it, and now we are in halftime. That all took longer than I was expecting. Producer Sister, do you have any thoughts you want to share after we go through? Because we went through all of that, right?
Yeah. I
Nah.
It's just so...
Yeah. There's a lot of dumb.
There's a lot of dumb.
Do you want to say thank you so much to General Scott for the gifted membership? I'm not sure if I thanked you again. I think that brings us to 13.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back to Team Odd. So the Team Odd people shall be happy. Just going to double check here and make sure. Yep, okay. Poll's done. That's all good. Alrighty. And looks like we are doing good here with our connection and all that, which is nice. Good. I've been a little bit nervous because we have like some weather coming in. So I've been like, oh, I really hope we don't lose internet. But I'm happy we got through the main topics at least.
Yep.
That makes me happy. Alrighty. So, I was going to check in with you guys in the chat. This is normally kind of the part of the show where I just communicate with you guys for a little bit before we go into our What the Wet. I know a lot of you guys come here for the pop culture news, and I know some of you guys leave after that. You're welcome to stay, but thank you so much for choosing to be here with me today. Please make sure you've hit that like. Please make sure you have subscribed. I so appreciate you. But let's have some, some fun now, some chill now, all that good stuff. We've looked at all the world stuff, or pop culture stuff, not the world stuff. Bad. Let me see here. Just checking. I'm interested. If you guys want to voice your opinions now is a good time, and I will go through the chat and see what you guys think. But I am gonna ask if Lacey's awake. Lacey Bear, do you want to say hi to everybody? I know it's been too long since everybody's seen you. I know everyone loves you. Here we go. Here's Lacey. She's saying hello. I cannot, again, this whole thing, she had her hair cut not too long ago, and it's like there's the one day where she just goes poof. Everything just poofs. Yeah. But you're a lot warmer now, which is nice. You were cold for a few days. Thank you, Lacey. That was loud. Thank you for the burp. It was very kind of you. Very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for blessing us. Alrighty. Got her all situated. It's all good. Alrighty. So just checking your stuff. Looking at all of your. I love how it's like that was dumb. I asked for your opinions and then I brought out Lacey and it's just like a slew of Lacey emojis and I can't see anything.
Good job.
Yeah. I mean, in honor of the burp, should we do its fashion? Let's do its fashion.
It's fashion meets. It's fashion. It's excuse me.
Amazing. Amazing. The quality entertainment you come here for. I know. I know. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, General Scott on cue came in. Justin Baldoni is going to cause Snake Lively to have. Are we ready, choir? Are we ready?
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Ooh.
Ooh. It's so good. It's so good. Thank you guys for playing along with our inside jokes. That makes me so happy. I never thought there would be a day where I would play Jennifer Hudson singing that at a screen and everybody would be so happy. But it's kind of been one of those clips for me that's just made me happy for no apparent reason. And there's a lot of internet clips that make me happy, but I would probably get, censored and in trouble for using them, so I don't. Language, I don't want nobody effing with me in these streets. I wish I could play that every day. So good. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alrighty. A virtual tourist, I have heard you. I understand that you think Taylor Swift is evil. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. Jennifer. Virtual tourist, and wait, that's Kate Hudson? No. It's Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson. Did I say Kate?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm so apologize if I did. Jennifer Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. That's incredibly kind of you, saying I can't always make your lives because of work, but I must know, was it a summer purse? Is that in reference to that story I told forever ago? I don't know what a summer purse is. Like, it was a lighter colored purse. This is like that's a deep cut. That's a deep cut back to a story that I worked with a lady who got very upset. Lacey, you okay? You not left the blanket there? She just kicked her blanket out of her bed. Okay, I'll put it over there. No, I worked with this lady and she was very emotional one day I got to work because she really wanted a purse and she couldn't find it. Like, it was sold out. And I was really like, I felt bad for her because I am that person. There are certain like pieces of fashion for me, it's fashion, that stick in my head and I regret it if I don't get it. Like, I think about things that I wanted when I was like 15 and I didn't have the money for it, so I didn't get it. And I've tried to find them on like Poshmark now. I am that person. So I felt bad for her. And while I was at work, I called around to different stores and I was able to locate the bag. And so I put the bag on hold for her and I told her, it's on hold. You've got it. It's yours if you can get over there. It was close to, I think, where she went to school or whatever. So I was like, hopefully it wouldn't be too much out of the way for her. And she went and she got it. And so the next day that we worked, I just said, oh my goodness, did you get the bag? And she came in with a different bag. Like, it was her old bag. And I'm like thinking maybe she didn't get it. And she says, oh yeah, I got it. And I'm like, oh, I just thought you would have worn it. And she just goes, no, it's a summer purse. And I was like, but you wanted it so bad. I'm so confused. I don't know. So yeah, I think to her, it was a summer purse. I was going to say I don't change my purse based on the seasons, but that's not entirely correct because I have a few that are like Nightmare Before Christmas themed that come out in the fall into the Christmas season, or Haunted Mansion themed. But yeah, anyway, this is riveting conversation. I'm so sorry. You guys are laughing with Lacey. She's too cute. She's too cute. Let me see. Margaret Williams said, so apparently Blake Lively got the PG mark for the movie It Ends With Us, and there's a petition going around. I have seen that. I think the problem is, and this is kind of like, I understand that there's some people that wouldn't share this opinion. Blake did a lot for that film. Was it her job? No. Was what she did ethical, in my opinion, or the right thing to do? No, based on what I've heard. But she did do it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's complicated and it's weird, but ultimately, I said it from the beginning, I think the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to be for everybody involved. And I think there's going to be a lot of directors and projects that are going to be very nervous to work with Blake moving forward. Or she's going to need to do maybe what she should have done from the beginning, which is do your own project, right? I respect a person who wants to take control and have creative control and do their own thing. That's fine. That's fine with me. But you can't take it from other people and then be like, it's mine. That's weird. Producer sister.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on chat? Anything going on?
I think the argument people have, and I do understand, is she's did all that work because she forced other people out.
Yeah.
It's not like something happened and she had to take over because of unfortunate circumstances or anything. No. She forcibly put herself in that situation.
Mm-hmm. A virtual tourist just said, Kim, you can't steal a car and then earn ownership over the stolen car by doing a bunch of work on the stolen car. I totally understand what you're saying, but the problem is Sony. How much of this did Sony, the distributor, and the largest party involved in this film allow? Because at that point, it does get more complicated. I totally see your argument, but it's to me that it's oversimplifying it, which I think is part of why Sony needs to answer for what the heck happened. Because the way that Blake talks about it is almost like she was asked, and it was like, we need you to save the film, and I doubt that's how it went down. Mm-hmm. If it did, I'm very interested to see the emails, and the text messages and proof of the meetings and all the other type of stuff to prove that. So I guess we'll see. We will see. Of you guys talking about bags. Katie, you just wear a geeky backpack all year round like me. No problem with that. No problem with that at all. It works. Kat said men's cargo sweats have plenty of pockets. We all need more pockets. Ladies, do we need pockets? Let me know.
Yes.
Let me know. I know the answer is yes, but let me know. Let me know. I want to... Nothing infuriates me more than when I buy a pair of pants and I can't fit my phone in my pants. Like, seriously, it's not that big. Give me a pocket I can put in my... give me a pocket that I can fit my phone in. So stupid. So stupid. Alrighty. Our viewers just went up after I said pockets. Should this be like the call? I feel like this is an issue that can all unite us.
At least women.
Women, can we all agree? We need pockets.
Yes.
We need pockets. Oh my goodness.
There are entire marketing campaigns now based on the fact that
100
things have pockets.
100%. Like, insane. And I mean, I love bags, but like, both?
Yeah.
Both is good. Both is good. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna get What the What queued up, if that is cool with you guys. Producer sister.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything you want to share? Anything you want to add as I get everything all up and running? It shouldn't take me too long.
I guess too. I think the one thing I wish, like, weird fashion things wise, like along the lines of pockets, is I love the sweaters that have the thumb hole in the cuff. I don't know if that's just me. They don't do it a lot anymore, but I miss it.
Oh.
And I want it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to learn how to sew so I can, like, put my own thumb holes. Because it helps keep me warm, and I am always cold, especially in this room. But, yeah. That's my other thing.
I like thumb holes.
I like the thumb holes. Yeah.
It's the way it should be.
It is. Anywho. Yeah, so I sent you both the What the Whats.
Yeah. I
depending
think we
on what
may
you
we'll start with the one and we'll see where we're at.
Okay.
Because I know the main news section took a bit longer than normal, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but it is what it is. Yep. Shirley just said time will tell how karma will catch up, right? Very true. Thank you for 27 months of support. That is incredible. Thank you so much, Cheryl E. You are a part of making this possible for me. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. All of you guys. It's amazing. You love, yes, the thumb holes.
Yay! I'm not the only one.
You know what I think it is though? I think the thumb holes kind of got a bit more popular during the emo, rush back in the day. You guys remember the emo stuff? I was laughing because there was somebody that just said it was like a reel on Instagram I saw where they were saying, say one thing that will basically unite a generation. And the guy just kind of responded and was like, I don't have to say anything. It's just a note. And he just put down one note and it's just, da, just da. And I'm like, oh, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city. I'm like, yep, it'll never die. I wasn't even a big MCR stan.
Nope,
like
neither was I.
That wasn't really my I was a System of a Down kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was the weird. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but the first ever MP3 player I ever had got stolen from me. That's why you're laughing immediately. It was crap. It was like the worst freaking MP3 player ever. It was basically a glorified Discman. It really did not have much memory at all. Oh my goodness, Denise. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not seeing you. That's super bizarre. Sorry, Denise just messaged me. She's been a member for 21 months. Thank you so much. And she said, shout out to all March birthdays. Mine is on the 19th. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I will double check again and see what's going on. But my goodness, Denise, you have not been you've not been suppressed by us at all. So I'm very confused. Very, very confused. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And shout out to the March birthdays as well. So Katie just said she didn't see it either. What's happening? That's so crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For the record, I never intentionally try to ignore any supers or membership ones or anything like that. I don't like to ignore that at all. So that's a bummer. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah. So basically, I got this really, really small MP3 player. It was very cheap. It was what I could afford at the time, saving for college and everything else, and it really only held about 30 songs. I know. But you guys remember what it was like back in the day, right? Like when you had CDs, right? And that was the thing that I kind of looked at. I'm like, okay, it's cheap. I can put on more than what would be on one CD because I'm not carrying around a CD book in my backpack when I'm at school. That's stupid. And it's also not going to skip on me. And the battery lasts longer. So that's what we're going to do. It wasn't Sony Dreadnought. It was like a knockoff type thing. So I was on a plane. I believe it was coming back from LA. We went to Disneyland. I was like 16 and I fell asleep on the plane and someone stole the MP3 player off of my body while I was sleeping on the plane. It was gone and it was taken. It was absolutely taken. And I just remember laughing my head off because I was like, okay, first of all, you're not going to get anything for this. It's a piece of crap. It's, but you're going to turn it on and you're going to be like, what's on here? It's literally going to be a combination of System of a Down, Britney Spears, Utada Hikaru from Japan. It's just going to be a complete cluster that makes no sense whatsoever. So good for you. And I really hope that they felt trolled. I hope that they felt trolled going from Chop Suey to Toxic to Sakura Drops. I really do. It was such a moment where I was like, who stole this from me? Why? But I like to think that person was confused and probably thought that I was a very strange person, which would be correct, but, Yeah. Also, probably some show tunes on there as well. Like Broadway stuff. So that was fun. Alrighty. Are we ready? Are we ready for What the What? Let's do What the What. Sorry. I'll take a sip. Okay, let's do it. Times strangers forgot they were in public and said the most unhinged things. I always think about Janice from the Muppets when I read stuff like this. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Janice from the Muppets, but in a number of the Muppets movies, there's kind of these moments where everybody's talking and then everybody stops talking and Janice keeps talking and then she says something that's just like so out there. For example, they're all arguing, something's going on, and then they're like, everybody shut up type thing, and then she just goes, it's my life, okay? So if I want to go to the beach and walk around naked. And everybody just stops and looks at her. There's another one of her going like, I'm not taking my clothes off for anyone, even if it is artistic. Yes, carbonized. Banana, 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 terracotta. That was probably on there. I'm not going to lie to you. I love Janice. I love Janice. Oh, Virtual Tourist, are you seriously asking who System of a Down is? Highly recommend you look them up. They're great. They're great. They are chaotic, new metal. They are amazing, and I love them. I love them. And I love Janice. Alrighty, let's do this. I work in retail. Kid is being all bratty, about to throw a tantrum, and the father goes, if you don't stop, we'll just go straight home with no shopping. And the kid was maybe about 4 or 5, hits back with, that's what I wanted the whole time!
This is not the threat you thought it was.
It's almost like going, good, good. Let me go home. Let me go home! Ugh. Was in church during confessions, overheard the priest say to the person who was in the confessional, you did what? I honestly, like, I know, I'm guessing. Okay, so I love Jesus, but I'm not Catholic. I've never been in a, like, confessional situation. I'm assuming that these priests and these spiritual leaders have, like, a confidentiality binding thing. I can only imagine the things that they've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish that was, like, a thing. Like, you know, priests of Reddit. Like, it just... Is that a subreddit? I don't know. I'm gonna cry. I feel like it would be so unethical. Like, and honestly, like, it's... Like, clearly, if you go to confessional, you should be able to confess and keep it, you know, quiet. I don't know what the legalities are around that. Like, if you go in and you admit that, like, you like, hurt somebody fatally, like, can they say anything? I don't know how that all works.
There is I ask a priest, and I am a Catholic priest. Ask me anything.
Okay. But, like...
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like that would be so unhinged. He's so unethical and so illegal. Yeah. JT just said, yes, there is a privilege they can't disclose. But I'm just saying, like, if walls could talk, man. Because honestly, I don't know, reading that, I'm saying, like, you did what? Like, was it really bad? Or was it just like, what? Who does? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Mellie said technically they aren't supposed to judge you, but they judge. You know what? Psychologically, we all judge. We all judge within seconds of seeing somebody's face, of meeting someone, of hearing someone. We just do. We just do. It's just being aware of that judgment and trying to put your, just try to put your bias aside a little bit. That's all. But we're all judgy. Carbonized, I'm not reading that out loud. It's on screen now, though. It's been immortalized in the internet forever. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, NY Grasshopper says sometimes I feel priests need therapy after the things they probably hear in confession. Oh, 100%. And I hope that is something that is given to them. Because, oof. Got to witness one of these. Dude spent about an hour and a half talking nonstop about Game of Thrones. I feel called out. Like, dude went on a full lecture about Game of Thrones. Girl did not speak the entire time. She tried to, but he would not pause. And then he ends it with this gem. But you are a woman, so I don't expect you to understand the deepness of high fantasy. Throw the whole man away. Throw the whole man away. No. Oh my gosh, my husband and I looked at each other when we hear, did you forget I'm a librarian, Paul? I've read the effing books. Yes! Before she stormed out, apparently, Dead Paul was giving his long-winded theory based off of just watching the show. It's funny.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
I feel like that's kind of reminiscent of like the rant we had on our last stream at the very end about Wicked.
Yeah.
Where we just went on and on and on about how it's like all these people that have only, like, not, no offense, but the people that have watched part 1 of the film that think that they understand everything about Wicked, and we're all sitting here that have been, like, following this whole fandom for 20 years being like, oh, you sweet summer child.
You don't even know how it ends.
You don't know anything. You know nothing. And look at it. You know, like, I'm just so, like, ah. Vicky A, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. You okay? Producer sister?
Yeah, I swallowed.
Okay, she swallowed the wrong way. I'm like, are you okay? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Wow.
Sorry.
I can't imagine. See, this is the other thing too. I kind of just want to say, I don't understand men that are like, women don't want to date me, and then they go on dates like this and they don't let women talk and they insult their intelligence and are like, why does woman not want to sleep with me? And it's like,
You mansplained for an hour and a half.
because we want to be treated like human beings. Why don't we start there? Can we start there? Oh my gosh. Oh. Jane still disappointed it didn't get 10 Oscars. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I'm bitter about Amelia Perez doing as well as they did through this season. There's a reason that, you know, Wicked opened the Oscars, because I guarantee you more people wanted to see Cynthia sing Defying Gravity and Ariana sing Over the Rainbow, which, by the way, I was not okay.
Yeah.
All the Ari fans were not okay. That was
If you know the history of her
so-
with that song,
so beautiful and so emotional. Just
it took both of us about 10 seconds to start crying.
we
into
both
that
were done.
performance. And
Absolutely.
everybody else is looking at us. They're like, "What's
Look,
wrong?"
we're
And I'm
nuts.
like,
For those of you that don't know, Ariana sang Over the Rainbow at her, was it One Love?
she sang it at One Love.
One Love Manchester.
As in tribute to the victims of
the really
past
bad event that happened at her concert that
in
involved very
Manchester.
bad people.
And then she continued to sing the song for the rest of the tour in honor of them.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, this is the first time she has sung it publicly since the Dangerous Woman tour.
Yeah. But
So
it just, what a moment. And
Oh,
hearing
that was
the
hard.
change in her strength of being able to
Yeah.
sing it as well was just like a, oh my goodness. Anyway, but I'm just saying, there were many more people that wanted to hear Ariana Grande and Cynthia sing than How Very Nice to Meet You. I'd like to know about Sex Change Operation. I see. There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Man to woman, woman to man. I blame Andy. I blame Andy for that. Oh,
and
gosh.
it's going to be worse because next year it'll probably be for good and we're all going to be on the floor.
No, we're not gonna be okay.
Nope,
We're
not
gonna be
okay.
Okay. This was about 3 years ago. I was on a flight to Asheville. I speak Arabic. Man 1. Where is the woman with the snacks? Man 2. She is in the back. What food do you want? Man 1. I'd like the crunchy cheese snack. Man 2. What? Cheese is not crunchy. Cheese is soft and delicious like your mother. What? Man 1 hits him playfully in the arm. I lost my ish laughing, and when they realized I could understand them, and they were amazed, and we had an enjoyable flight convo. Stop. gosh. Oh. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun. This is why I've learned curse words in multiple languages. You're going to insult me. I'm going to understand it. That's all I'm saying. One time I was waiting at the dentist and I heard two women talking and it went like, I just found out who was using my phone when I'm not around. How? I downloaded a security app that takes pictures when someone tries to unlock my phone. Then she made a pause. Dude, my phone is now full of pictures of my cat. I mean, I want to say I don't believe this, but I 100% do because Lacey regularly hits my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly to get my attention. She'll just start beating it. So
Don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to me.
Yep. And a lot of the time she's right. I'm going to be real. She's 100% right. Katie just shared something. Here we go. Katie, one time I was in a public bathroom and I overheard a mom and her little girl. They went into separate stalls. Mom thought she didn't have toilet paper, found it, told the girl, and told girl, okay, I love you too, silence. Girl asked if school's tomorrow, and mom said no because it's President's Day. Girl, then why do I have to do schoolwork? Shouldn't it be a holiday for me too? And the mom then said, honey, you're homeschooled. You have to do tutoring. You don't have to do schoolwork on other days, so you need to tomorrow. I'm always amazed at the conversations that happen in bathrooms. There was one back in the day, one of my first jobs, went into the bathroom. I was washing my hands, fixing my makeup, and I was going to leave. And there was a lady in the stall. I think she had 3 kids in the stall with her. Like, my heart to this woman. She had a lot on her plate. But she was fully going to the bathroom and on her phone with what sounded like her estranged partner, trying to convince them to give it another go. In a public bathroom with the kids there. Like, it was just the most unhinged thing. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I just, like, I left. It was, I never, like, you never know. You never know what people are going to be saying. It's crazy. Carbonite just said, one time I was in a loud mall cafeteria with my mom and my sister. It was packed, super loud, but the convos hit lulls, right? Just before the crowd started into a lull, my mother-in-law says to me loudly, enough to be heard over the crowd, we need to get you some over-the-shoulder boulder holder. The lull hit, the crowd turned, and I wanted to die. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Carbonite. That sucks. Oh. Jane, you're right, though. The convo's on the bus. Yeah, people that talk about stuff on the bus. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Sorry. Okay. Let's keep going. I love these stories you guys are sharing, though. Please continue. Please continue. These are great. At the movie Paranormal Activity, oh no, a girl behind me was constantly blurting out, did you see that? Eventually, the girl with her yelled fairly loud, Beesh! We're watching the same effing movie!
This feels very accurate.
It does. It does. Oddly enough, actually, when I went to see Wicked with my husband, there was somebody behind us that was giving commentary through a lot of the film, which infuriates my husband to an unholy level. He can't stand that at all. But they got to the Ozdas ballroom scene, and the girl was so like, this is so cringe. This is uncomfortable. I don't know why this is in the film. This is such a stupid decision to be in the film. And I think it took everything in him to, like, not turn around and be like, you have not been bullied enough in your life to understand this. Sit down. Like, I thought he was going to lose it on her because she was just so irritating. It was ridiculous. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my gosh, JT said I once had someone tell me their partner had a horrible secret addiction to Diet Coke and ended their marriage. How bad was it?
That's a lot of Diet Coke.
Are you using Diet Coke as a censorship thing, or are you actually legitimately saying it was Diet Coke? I have questions.
Yeah.
I have questions.
That's, are we getting like a tanker truck or what's going on?
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. I'm in a game store. Couple walks in and starts looking at games. The girl says, "Do you really need more games?" And the guy looks at her, nods towards the shopping bag she's carrying, and says, "Do you really need more shoes?" The girl points to a game and says, "This one looks good."
That is called the Uno reverse card.
It's true. It's true.
We all have something.
Yeah, so everybody's going, JT, are we talking about the white powder or the silver can? We need clarification. Because you just said not that bad. She was a little off. I need to know. I need to know at this point. That's bizarre. I mean, you know what? If Diet Coke though was enough to come between them, it probably was not the strongest relationship at the end of the day. Or just
Silver
a
can.
massive, oh my gosh, JT, the silver can. He hid it in his trunk, and she discovered one day when it was cold and a bunch of them exploded.
No!
Oh no.
That's such a mess.
That's bad. Oh man. That's funny. Sleuth Steph, welcome to the Space Angels. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. That's awesome. I think that means we're at 14?
19.
Oh yeah, because Vicky gave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. Yeah, sticky everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, I can't imagine a marriage ending over Diet Coke. I mean, unless it's like, okay, you know where I could see it? If he was told, like, by a doctor that he needed to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And this was just self-sabotage. This was, awful. So, I'd be interested to hear the whole story, but that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. All I heard as I was walking by the lunch room was, mayonnaise is not a beverage, Sharon!
I need to know more.
Sharon! Sharon!
All I
Sharon!
can hear is like Ozzy saying Sharon.
Sharon! Mayo is not a drink! Oh my gosh. Oh, Nicole Scott hair? I hope I said that right. Welcome to the Space Angels. My goodness. That's awesome. So that means we're at 20.
Yep.
Good. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Oh. That's... I want to know. I want to know about Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew a few people that would, like, drink ketchup packets. Ugh. I didn't understand that, and I love ketchup, but, some people be weird like that. But, yeah, mayonnaise is not a beverage. That is true. That is a fact. It was back in high school art class while we were working with clay, overheard some kids at another table asking each other if they would eat clay in a survival situation. Then they had an hour-long discussion on the nutritional value of clay and if it was even edible. I mean, yeah. Which then led into a discussion on the nutritional value of other art materials. Not gonna lie, they were making some very interesting points. I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is clay edible?
It depends what it's made of. I would think, like...
I have questions. I probably would have been invested in this conversation. I'm not going to lie. I would have been like, educate me. Educate me! General Scott, thank you for the gifted membership. That means we're at 21. Mm-hmm. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. Overheard 2 employees talking at Starbucks. It's like all we do here is make coffee.
Yeah.
That's
kind of the job.
That's kind of the main gig. I mean, there's food. Their chocolate chip cookies are fire. Breakfast sandwiches. Cake pops. But for the most part, I mean, they do make, they make tea. Mm-hmm. They make tea.
Hot chocolate?
Yeah. So it's not all coffee, but I mean.
What did you think you were getting into?
there's a moment for me of saying, like, I got a job at Starbucks and they made me make coffee.
Yeah. How dare they?
I would say if you have a job at Starbucks and you're not making coffee, you may not have a Starbucks job for very long. That would indicate a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking over, I'm seeing Clay Aiken. My cousin Clay is not edible. It depends on the clay. It can be. Oh my gosh. Leave Clay Aiken out of this. Oh gosh. I loved him when I was a kid. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. It was unhealthy.
It was an obsession.
On the shuttle bus to campus, he keeps saying he loves me more than I love him. It's ridiculous. Well, you are cheating on him. He doesn't know that, though, so it's not fair. He knows.
He knows.
He knows. He knows. Wow. That's cringy.
Yep.
That's bad. That's bad.
I don't feel like you deserve him.
No. Working maintenance in a hospital shared an elevator with a new grandmother on her way out of the birthing wing and overheard a part of her cell phone call. She's doing fine, had a little boy, baby's good. She's going to name him a junior when she figures out who the father is.
And that's when things got awkward.
You could just say not named yet.
Nah.
I often wonder about the drama that could potentially happen in the birthing wing. The things that people see.
Oh, I'm sure they have stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Carbon has just said, oh, been there, had 2 men in the OR. Why? Because both could be the dad and they didn't know. Oh my gosh! Ooh. Doro just said you can make glue out of rice. This is...
What?
Can you? The things I am learning today.
Yep.
I love the randomness of this. This is so chaotic and I'm not even mad about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. That's kind of funny though. I hope they figured it all out. Hope everybody's good. But I will say though, at least Carbonize in your situation, at least it sounds like both men were interested to know. So like, the kid would have a father, one way or the other. I would hope. Hopefully, yeah. I once walked by a group of girls in a mall and overheard one girl say, "And that's why I don't roller skate and read anymore." Oh.
How are roller skating and reading connected?
I wouldn't recommend it.
But
I mean, there's a lot of people that walk and have their phone out at the same time.
yeah,
I don't pay
guess
attention.
Does she mean those two as a combined activity or individually?
I'm assuming combined.
I hope.
I hope. I had a roller skating accident, so I don't read anymore, period. Yeah. No, I don't think that's... Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh, Carbonize just said, oh, no, yeah, it wasn't me. Okay, but it was just the staff walking by, lol, but they did figure it out. That's good. I'm glad they figured it out. That's awkward. Katie Hart just said, we need the footage of the roller skating and the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fun. 2 teenage girls sitting across the aisle from me. Girl 1, I love trips. We should take a road trip to Hawaii this summer. Girl 2, you're such an idiot. You don't even have your driver's license yet.
Please don't give them a driver's license.
Some people in our nation out there don't have maps. Everywhere, like, such as, and we can build up the future for our children. I was at a graduation party for my best friend when she graduated high school in 2007, and a boy she was hanging out with at the time was there. He had to use my friend's house phone to call his mom, and the last thing he said to her before hanging up was, "I'm a grown A man, Mom. I'll skateboard home." And we still use that to this day. I mean, it is a legitimate method of transportation. But it's just that
When you put it with that, it just...
I think I'm going to quote that from now on. I'll skateboard home, Mom. I'm an adult, not a part of this system. I'm sorry.
I thought you'd like that one.
Oh gosh, I needed that. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine being the mom?
I feel like I think you just proved my point.
I've been like, okay, hon, and just hang up and just laugh. Oh. Sorry, that's great. That's really funny. Oh. I'm glad you guys are laughing at that too. Okay, Dude 1. What time does the beer store close? 10 o'clock. From Dude 2. Dude 1. What time is it now? Dude 2. 10:15. Dude 1. We'll never make it.
Nope.
No.
No, you won't.
You won't. It's over. It's closed.
The ship sailed.
I'm wondering if you really need to be drinking this evening.
I think you've had enough.
Yeah. Oh. We'll never make it. Not mine, but a friend's story. She was playing PUBG.
It's a video game.
Is that actually what it's called?
Yeah, I did look it up. I can't remember what.
I am ignorant to this
Something
game.
Battleground.
Okay.
I did look it up when I was putting this together.
Okay.
But that was a couple days ago.
Okay. She was playing a game with a bunch of random people, and one of the dudes' moms goes, "Are you talking to a girl?" in the most dramatic voice, and then he disappeared. The other dude went, "Oh man, let's pray for his soul."
Somebody's in trouble.
Oh my gosh. Like, there's a story there.
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Thank you for educating me.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sorry. Fake gamer. Fake gamer girl.
Only certain areas of gaming.
Kyle, it's not the Fortnite. Thank you. Thank you. Years ago, I worked in the dairy department of a grocery store. From time to time, we would have sales in which the price of a half gallon of milk was less than half the price of a gallon of milk. I was never quite sure why we sold any gallon jugs during those periods until one day while I was restocking, I overheard this gem. Lady 1, "Oh look, a sale on half gallons." Lady 2, "How many half gallons are in a gallon?" Oh my. Lady 1, without missing a single beat. 4. Lady 2. Effing store. I can overstate neither the speed with which the Lady 1 replied to her friend and the confidence in her own answer, nor the immediacy with which the second lady both believed her and cursed my workplace. It was a thing of bravery, or of beauty. It's literally a half. It's a half.
It's right there. You said it.
It's half. It's... Wow. Okay, keep going. Should we take a shopping cart? With complete seriousness, the person responds, "You never know how much a 10-pound turkey is gonna weigh. Stop!"
I hope you do.
We're not okay, guys. We're not okay. A 10-pound turkey is 10 pounds. That's
the whole point.
It's there. We need better education. Oh my gosh. Stupid people. Exactly, Kayla. Stupid people. Stupid people everywhere. Like, oh my gosh, that's bad. That's bad. Overheard in an elevator in a freshman dorm at college. Girl 1, how do you spell bear? Girl 2, like the animal? Girl 1, yes. Girl 2, B-A-R-E. Girl 1, oh good, I spelt it right. Thanks. No, that's the undressed one. That's the
It's the bare necessities.
Yes, but not blue. That's oh gosh. That's not how you spell the animal bear. I can't. Oh. We need better education. Oh my gosh. On family vacation to Spain. Dad, if there's rain cloud, oh my, I can't even say it. If there's rain clouds in Spain, does it rain? Do we have anyone here from Spain?
We've been to Spain.
I know we've been to Spain, but is there anybody here who's in Spain? Oh my gosh. The dad responds, no. Everyone knows hot sunny places don't get rain. John, you're an AP geography and biology teacher in a high school. You should really know how wrong you are. I have the degree, so I know I'm right. None of you can tell me otherwise until you have my level of certification. Those poor students. I feel like I had teachers like that.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get along. Because it does rain in Spain. They do get rain. They have clouds that rain. This is depressing. This is so depressing. Oh gosh. Honestly, like that, just like that, I have a degree, so I know I'm right. You can't tell me other. That is giving me like flashbacks that I am like having like a reaction to in my brain. I'm having to be like, it's over, Kim. You don't have to go back there.
No.
You don't have to go back to that classroom. You don't ever have to see that person again. You don't ever have to have an argument with that teacher again. It's over. It's over. They're likely dead. You know, like, just... Oh. John, you suck. I overheard a passenger passionately arguing with their seatmate about the correct way to eat a slice of pizza with chopsticks. I mean, I have never eaten a slice of pizza with chopsticks, but I assume there would be a method.
It'd be hard.
Jackie Swan, how would anything grow in Spain without rain? They would have a hose. That would be the answer. They'd be like, they do it from the sink. Duh. That's where the water comes from.
They're just taking water out of the Atlantic Ocean, or...
They have a hose from the ocean. That's how they water their plants. Or they got it from the store. Duh. my brain. I want to know though how to eat a pizza with chopsticks.
Yeah.
This
How do you
is
pick it up?
Actually impressive.
Like the strength in your fingers, it must be really thin.
Carter says, "Oh my god, I know. Oh my gosh, that's how you water the plants. That's how you do it. There's no rain. There's no rain." Sarai just said the deserts are the hottest places and it rains there. No, it doesn't. They have a hose from the ocean too. They do, because they don't have clouds. It's also never nighttime because it's hot. Right? Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like we need to investigate the sun and we just need to go at nighttime when it's not hot. And then we can go to the sun. I don't know why anybody's never thought of that before. It's like, duh. Like, people are so dumb. So stupid.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh. Dreadnought just said it's Kim. Yes, one of my sisters. Teachers marked her wrong because of spelling the Isle of Wight. The teacher corrected her to the Isle of Wight. This was in 1997 in the UK. Stop. I think the only story I have close to that was I did an essay when I was in high school that talked about religions.
Mhm.
And so I purposely, and because it is the proper way to do so, I capitalized the word God when I was talking about the God of Abraham,
Mhm.
right? Because it's, and I actually had marks deducted
Yeah.
for capitalizing God, and I had to be like, okay, this is a Bible. Apparently you've never seen one. And have to like explain that it's like, doesn't matter your translation, hun. It's always there. That's what it's like. And there's reasons why in some places I capitalized it and others I did not.
Mhm.
Hello!
I had my first day we were of Christianity in my world religion class in high school.
Mm.
Thankfully, I had a relationship with this teacher prior. Like,
Mhm.
it wasn't my first class with them, and Christianity wasn't the first unit we did. I don't remember exactly how many he said, but like he started it with, there are 27 books in the Christian Bible. And I'm
No.
like, no, there's not.
That's objectively wrong and also a very controversial statement to make because we have to talk about which Bible we're talking about.
Yeah, but I was like, sir, that's not correct.
Oh my gosh.
It was, I don't remember the exact number he said, but it was way off and not any of the like normal like answers you would expect to hear him say. And I'm like, okay, so now I don't believe anything you've taught me on the rest of these religions. And literally put up my hand. I'm like, sir, there are 66 books in most Christian Bibles.
Would you like me to name them for you?
And I'm like, this
Genesis,
is going to be
Exodus.
a long day or a long semester.
Numbers.
It's like, wow, and you're teaching this class. Okay, good, great,
This is going
perfect.
well. This is
gonna
super
be fun.
great. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Tread Lightly. The Kourtney Kardashian impression is fantastic. I have to show you something life-changing. It's how I eat a Kit Kat. I will never eat a Kit Kat the normal way again. I'm going to show you how to eat a Kit Kat. Like, if you guys have never seen Kourtney Kardashian teach you how to eat a Kit Kat, you've never lived. That was so stupid. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh, a virtual tour said in their defense, they're actually supposed to be teaching us what it's actually like out in the real world. Stupidity is something we have to get used to as kids. Ugh. I understand that, but I also feel like, I don't know, at least in my experience growing up, there's only so much stupid you can tolerate after a while, and then it just becomes, it's like the Billy Madison quote of like, everyone in this room is now dumber.
Yeah.
From having listened to you. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Like, oh my gosh. As a schoolboy, I heard this one on the train. Boy, so why is he so afraid of cheese? What? Is he afraid of cheese?
Keep reading.
That's enough. That would send me every time. What do you mean he's afraid of cheese? Is he allergic to cheese?
You have to find out why he's afraid of the cheese.
Oh gosh. Girl, because his dad is a cheese technician. What's a cheese technician?
I don't know.
As a young boy, he fell into a vat of liquid cheese. And I guess he never recovered from that. Oh no.
I've never heard of a cheese technician.
What is a cheese technician?
I have so many questions.
Does anyone know a cheese technician? Like, does anyone know someone who their profession has been or is a cheese technician? Because I would love to know what that actually means. What is a cheese technician? The way that I would be so invested in hearing this conversation, like I would literally like just like sit back and like close my eyes and be like, I want to hear every word of this.
Yep.
Every single word. Exactly, Lindy Gones. Trauma. Generational trauma. PTSD trauma. Oh gosh. Yeah, everybody's just going like, imagine drowning in cheese. Like what? I have never once considered. Honestly, I don't know if I could keep to myself on that. I feel like I would have been like, on the train, I would have just whipped my head around and been like, excuse me? Tell me more, tell me more.
Does he carry a grater? I don't know.
Like, is it all cheese or just certain kinds of cheese? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Oh gosh, okay. I gotta keep going. This is good. Okay. A mom yelling at her daughter from across the park saying, Olivia, do not throw away your shoes. At that exact moment, Olivia pushed both of her shoes into the trash and then ran on the swing set as if nothing ever happened while her mom was like, Olivia, no!
What has happened before here? Because Mom
Olivia
immediately went to don't put your shoes
don't throw away your shoes
in the trash can.
Oh my gosh.
What has Olivia done?
Olivia! Olivia,
past?
what are you doing? Olivia, the shoes don't go in the garbage. I feel bad for the mom.
Mm-hmm.
There's been
things have happened in the past.
Yeah. Rip her shoes.
Yep. Yeah, and Katie said, how many shoes
How
later?
many shoes later, yeah. Oh, Dinny coming in with the facts here. I cannot confirm this, but here we go. Cheese processing technicians specialize in the production and processing of cheese products. They are responsible for cheese making, curd processing, aging, packaging, and quality control. How did the kid get close enough to the vat?
Mm-hmm.
How did this happen?
Did they get, like, burned in the vat? Like, I would imagine it would have to be hot to keep it liquid.
This is bizarre.
It's like a big cheese fondue pot? Like...
So many questions.
So many questions.
Oh, sorry, I skipped that one. Okay. I overheard a terrible first date. Oh, goody. He only used...
Yes, Charlotte.
Sorry. He only used hand soap in the shower and to wash dishes. I understand not needing 15 different cleaners, but wow. He said he figured out how much he needed for his laundry. I mean, I guess in a jam.
In a jam,
But I don't think that your laundry machines are designed to take your hand soap.
Mm-mm.
And I feel like it's not... There's smarter, more economical ways of doing this. I'm thinking like Bath and Body Works hand soap, you know what I mean? Like, what is happening?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Do you think Brazilians celebrate Christmas? Yeah, probably, but it's on a different day. Yeah, that makes sense. What?
No, it doesn't.
I know there's different Ukrainian Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's anything different in Brazil. Please educate me if I'm incorrect, but I don't believe so. Oh, I fear for our world sometimes. Oh my goodness. And that's it. There we go. There is our What the What. Can I get some hearts in the chat for producer sister for putting that together for us? Thank you so much.
I googled it. Brazil celebrates on December 25th.
Fantastic. There we go.
Just in case we were missing something.
I still want to know about the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about the cheese. I'm going to be thinking about that. Like, oh my gosh. Oh. Insane.
Yep.
Insane. Insane. Well, you guys, we've been going for about 2 hours. This is the last call. This is usually the last opportunity. If you want to share something, if you've got a comment, if you want to send in any support, any ask me anything type questions, now is the time. Stay for a few minutes, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you've hit that like button, that subscribe button, all that good stuff. It would mean the world to me if you did that. I think we can get that like up a bit, so I would really appreciate it. But you guys are amazing, and thank you for the 21 new members. That is awesome. Thank you for the super chats and the love. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you for being a place that I can come and just be myself. And I'm really thankful for that. And I hope you guys know that. I really am. I really, really am. Let me see. Jennifer Marie, I am that person that will literally Google the reason whenever someone rhetorically asks a random question.
Yes.
Same. Dreadnought, at ItsKim, how are you with pronouncing things? Bad. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. Yeah. Not good. Jane just said the Wicked DVD or Blu-ray out on Monday. Will you be buying it? I know I will. At ItsKim, I am torn because I have the digital copy.
I did see it in stores already though here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. We can take a look.
I thought I saw it at Walmart.
My problem is like I kind of want to wait for like the
Deluxe.
part 1 and part 2.
There's gonna be some deluxe box.
Yeah,
set
there'll be like a
funness.
steel box or something, and that one I might go for. So, let me see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Didn't I Bing it? I'm boycotting Google. Fair enough. Yeah, steel box is exactly Katie. I have a steel box set of the Harry Potter movies. And that thing looks amazing. Looks so good. It's ridiculous. I love it. I feel like I think if I'm gonna get anything specific to Wicked, I may get the soundtrack on vinyl. I could see myself doing that in time, but yeah, not right now. Yeah, Christmas box sets, exactly, Kyle. Like whenever there's like a series, I usually I hold out. Unless I get like a really cheap copy of one, but like I'm also a big fan of like bonus content. I am that person. Like I will sit there and I will watch a 2-hour documentary on the making of a film.
Yep.
And enjoy every second of it.
Yep.
So I'd rather get the bonus features. When DVDs became a thing, like that was my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Or you watch the commentaries?
Yes. When it'd be like this 4-disc set, I'd be like, take my money. Take my money. I mean, now YouTube exists. Like, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Katie Artist, I'm a physical media girl. Yup. Fair enough. It's a good time. MY Grasshopper, what vinyl albums do you have? Well, behind me, I have Janet Jackson.
Those are mine.
It's yours, technically. But I mean, I have a few Britneys. I have a few more Britneys upstairs. I also, I have some Mumford & Sons. I have some Lana Del Rey. I have some Melanie Martinez. Producer Sister has quite the Taylor Swift collection.
And I've got,
Michael.
I've got like an original Off the Wall
Mm-hmm.
from Michael. I've got some originals from Elton John. I like just going into like old thrift stores and rummaging through old vinyls and seeing what I could find. Like they don't have to be in pristine condition. I just like seeing it. Like both of the Janets behind her are originals. Yeah. They're both from thrifting. So
Rhythm Nation and
Control.
Yeah. Good
so
times.
It's just kind of seeing what comes out or what you can find is half the fun. There was this it was a big old like barn type house that was converted into thrifting, but almost kind of consignment store. And I spent probably an hour and a half in there and I am the person who will sit on the floor and just go through all the milk crates of vinyls. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Cheryl Lee said, when are we going to see and hear Charlie? Gotta show him our love. He's sleeping upstairs. I think soon. We should do another stream where Charlie comes in for a moment. I was laughing my head off the other morning because Andy called me and we just had like a meeting, and he's just like, "Is that Matt?" Because there was snoring, and I'm like, "No, that's Charlie." He's like, "Stop!" Like, no. I'm like, "Yeah, that's my dog." Because the snoring is so loud. It's so loud. But he's adorable. He's adorable. He actually just celebrated his gotcha day.
Yeah.
So he is 14, my little boy, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. And we had a little like party for him. He loves beef, particularly A&W beef. So we had A&W, and
We took him out to a couple dog-friendly stores, and
yeah,
he has his little house in the car that he travels in to keep him safe. And we stopped on the way home to pick up the A&W, and he was like sleeping in his carrier.
he was so
'cause
tired
he was
from being out.
Yeah, from all the stimulation. The second that beef went in the car, head out.
Eyes open.
I smell it.
Where is it? Oh my god, sounds like a bird.
I want the beef.
Yeah, no, it was really cute. Yeah, we got him one of his favorite. He's not big on toys.
Yeah.
He never really learned how to play, unfortunately. We've tried so hard for years to teach him how, and it's been an uphill battle. But he loves collars. He's so happy when you put a collar on him, which simultaneously makes me so happy and also breaks my heart.
Think like Tramp from Lady and the Tramp when he gets his collar.
Yeah, and like a lady being like, I got my collar and a license. Like literally, he's so proud of it. So it's been a thing that I try to get him a collar on most occasions because it means a lot to him, and he's very excited to see them, and we change them up a lot. He has a lot of fun with it. What breed is Charlie, Wendy? He is a Shih Tzu. We had him tested. We had his DNA tested when he had to have his surgery. So I believe it was 98% Shih Tzu and 2% Lhasa. So I mean, he's a Shih Tzu. Virtual tours. Are you talking about your dog or your husband? Charlie is my dog. Charlie is my dog. Yeah, he's adorable. He's happy. And I think he had a great day, and that's all I can hope for, you know?
Yeah.
And I will say, though, we were very excited because when he came home to us, he was housebroken. But that was about it.
Yeah.
And he's not always super great about that. But it's
territorial.
Very territorial. But we basically started at the bottom with a senior dog. And literally last night, after years of working with him, my husband got him to do sit on command and come on command. And we both just like were shocked. Like you could teach an old dog a new trick. You can teach an old Shih Tzu a new trick. Yes, you can. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time, but it is so worth it, and we are so proud of him. So yeah, little victories, and we're just keeping him as healthy and as happy as we can. That's always the goal. So, yeah. You okay, Lacey? Yeah. Lacey got presents too. She always gets presents on Charlie's birthday or gotcha day, and then on her birthday, Charlie gets presents too. So, yeah. Well, you guys, I think we've done a good stream. I think it's time to wind down. Producer sisters, anything you want to say before we sign off?
Nope. Just thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming. Much love to all of you. Please consider leaving a comment when the stream finishes. Just reload the page and leave a comment below. It means a lot to me, and it really helps with the algorithm. And I will talk to you guys later. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm sorry for how erratic everything's been. And oh, sorry. And General Scott, yes, just said uncensored on Friday. Very likely not, because Andy is very busy right now. So I don't believe that that's going to be the case, which sucks. But oh, Denny, yes, he has bow ties. He has bow ties. He has handkerchiefs. He has He has clothes. He has lots. Always. Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm going to roll the outro. Thank you guys so much. Much love to you guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.